All right, folks, here's another case study that we're going to go through. This is the Niche Hotel Group case study. Now, this one is on page 402. Okay? And now let's go back to our original, I put 3 here, because I think this is a company that has a lot of issues. Might not be doing a whole lot right now, but you might think otherwise. So we're going to read our case study. We got 4 questions, 3 that I'm highlighting to you right now. The first one is, what worked in the company? The second one, what mistakes are they currently making, okay, or maybe they made in the past, and what changes would you advocate? Now, the other thing is, what should they do, right? If you see something that they shouldn't be doing, that's fine too, okay? But I'm going to stick with these 3, okay, for right now on this case. So it's on page 402. Give it a read. See what you come up with for answers on these, and then we'll come back and we'll have a discussion. And I'll see you soon. So welcome back. We're back in the Niche Hotel case study. So what's going on here? So we have a new person brought in, right, Monique. She gets hired, and as time goes by, right, she's worried that she's going to lose employees, right, and that there seem to be some problems going on with regard to the way that folks are sensitive to other people, okay, and you know, people's feelings are getting hurt in terms of what's going on, and the question is, how do we attain and maintain diversity? What do we do for training and things like that? Okay, so that's what the case in a nutshell. So let's see, in a general sense, what are they doing right? Well, it is suggested in this case study that they've done training before, and that they're going to have to do more training now. So that's a plus, okay? They realize they've got a problem, they've tried to correct it in the past, so you want to continue with that. They brought in Monique. Monique's a new employee, right? And she's thrilled to be able to do it. So that's a positive thing. And the third thing that I think is positive is the company's trying to achieve diversity. As we discussed, diversity is a very positive thing. It helps the company thrive. So the company's doing all the right things. It's just grinding some gears in the process. Now they come to Monique and they say, you know, we're going to do something different. Well, you're Monique, so now you take an opportunity to think out of the box here. From the comment of Mike, they've done training in the past. Hasn't succeeded, okay? So if you were Monique, what you might say is, let's look at that training. What's wrong with it? Maybe we have to improve it. Maybe the training, as we use that in quotes, right? Put things in quotes, is not the way to go. Maybe they need groups to get together, okay? Maybe they need some other methodology that's going to allow them to be diverse. So, you know, think of the things that you might do if you were Monique, if your training has not provided the level of success that you need, that you would do to change things. How about Mike, okay? What actions are you going to take as Mike? Now, Mike's in a different position, okay? Mike Johnson's the CEO of the company, I believe, and I read this. He's hired Monique to correct the problem. Now, let me just make sure of that. He's a chief executive, right? So he's the CEO, and he's hired her. If you're the CEO, you don't get in the grass. That's Monique's job, okay? As the CEO, you set policy, right? So you might say to Monique, you got to get this corrected. This is what I want you to achieve. This is how fast you want to achieve it, okay? So realize this is the difference here is the strata that they're at, okay? He's way high up. Remember we discussed there's different kinds of managers. He sets a policy. Monique's job is to execute to the line managers below her. So if you're in Mike's position, it's setting the policy, setting the goals, being visionary, right? Being a leader. That's what you want to do for Mike. Okay? Here's one that I thought that. So what if they did nothing? Let's think about that for a second. Your niche group, you're Mike, and you just decide, you know what? The heck, I'm fed up. I've had enough, I'm done. Okay? Well, you're going to have legal liability, right? In other words, this isn't an option for you. You're going to have legal liability. People are going to end up getting sued here. You might have an operational breakdown in the company, start to lose money. You know, people might walk away. Monique's already saying that, okay? So, you know, what I want you to get out of the answer to here, and think about all the things that can go wrong. If you did nothing, just turn a blind eye to it. It didn't happen. I'm not going to deal with it. Okay? What I want you to think of here is the fact that when we're dealing with this type of issue, okay, and this is a very common issue, okay, you as a manager don't have the option of simply walking away and letting somebody else figure it out. That's why you got hired, okay? And that's why we value you as an employee, because you can solve it. That's why we want Monique, okay? So that's what I want you to take away from this case study, okay? Now the next one we're going to do, I think, is an advertising company, but we'll see you soon.